when you scale to 10, 20K a month, 25K a month, it could, because this business model is so great, you can run it so lean, but you might start to get bogged down at scale of having to manage 20, 30, 40 business owners on a month to month basis. Because some of them might be late on their payment and you have to go back out and reach out to them. How would you solve that problem when you get to scale?
I think, yeah, yeah, I think so. Obviously, scale in any business is a challenge because you're starting to move at a much more rapid pace of growth. And anytime you move into a much more rapid pace of growth, problems start to show up in magnitude. They become magnified, right? And so I think over the last decade of doing this, there's certain levels that you hit in income and clients in this model where you're definitely going to need more help, right? But remember, this is at the point where you're starting to say, I want to scale this thing up and go bigger and bigger and bigger. Bringing on a helper in the past to like maybe do customer support or things like that. That was a thing. Like I always mention to people, once you hit that 10K mark, a good rule of thumb is if you can bring someone in to then get you to the next mark, which is about 30 grand a month. Usually that's the jumps that I've seen with one extra helping hand. The beautiful thing that we have going for us now is with AI and all the different abilities that it's taking up and being trained in so many different areas of the internet. I think it's scaling in 2024 and beyond is going to become a lot more doable because you don't need as many people because so many of these things can be handled by trained bots and trained AIs that are doing a lot of these like basic tasks that at scale are too much for one person. But I just made an entire 3-year projection of an entire model I'm working on right now, which would have normally taken me 5 or 8 hours. And I was able to get it accomplished in about 3 minutes. So we are speeding up in so many different areas, which is going to make scaling in so many different areas much more doable by yourself. In fact, I think it was Sam Altman that recently just came out. He actually is the CEO of OpenAI. He was actually the early investor in a company I was a part of back in 2008. He said he believes that AI in the next 5 to 10 years will create the first billionaire that has 0 employees. So I think scale is changing. And I think that really a lot of this is starting to figure out, how do I utilize the understanding of the problems that I have in my business as they come at me? And instead of always replacing it with my own time or another human that I hire's time, is how can I have a computer solve that problem for me, that scale problem that I ran into? And I believe those solutions exist at this point.
Yeah, 100%. Software is so much leverage, right? And it allows you to scale such a cheaper cost than traditional businesses. So this is another amazing thing about having a digital internet-based business.